All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
How's everybody feeling tonight?
Feeling great.
Good.
Very good.
Me too.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward to this session.
Ready to play in some D&D.
Yeah, some of this Labor Day D&D weekend, baby. Tonight we're gonna dive back in to the Compass Rose. But before we do, let's do some introductions and let's tell everybody who we are and what you'll be doing tonight. I'll just go ahead and start off with myself. I am Spio, or Ethan, and I will be your dungeon master.
I'm Fernando. Otherwise known as playing the character Moon. And I would be the Haragon Druid tonight.
Is that where Fern comes from?
Yeah.
Nice. I would have never guessed.
That's cool.
I thought it was like a plant. Perfect.
Yeah, I always thought it was a plant.
The moon fern. That's flora. I'm adding that into the Mestrian flora. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope I do you proud.
All right, we'll keep the ball rolling. I'm a hero. I'll be playing Raijin.
I'm Etma playing Thorn.
And I'm Night Fury playing Alexandria.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
All right. Additionally, before we jump in, thanks for everyone who puts in hard work at Mortal Woes. Appreciate you. Love you. Let's keep it going. Secondly, Artlist.io. Even though I subscribe to you, I definitely want to still thank all of the artists that put their stuff on there for me to use. Lots of great talent and music. I basically use all of my music now from there, and they also have a bunch of sound effects and just all kinds of jazz. They
Yeah.
probably actually have jazz music, but I was just saying that instead of other words. Anyways,
Other words.
let's see. This isn't going to be as smooth as a recap. However, if anybody has anything additionally that they would like to throw in that I miss, which is very possible and very probable. See, last session, you guys left off, I believe Alexandria and Moon were leaving the Hall of Devotion in the middle of the night, where Alexandria kind of felt the tug and pull of destiny as she, stared into the moon and had sudden urges. And then you guys ended up making your way, resting overnight, and joining the Bake Day, I believe. And you also went and saw a performance down in the Gardens of Innovation. Meanwhile, Thorn and Raijin went to go to Blades and Bullets to visit Minerva Mistmore, the Black Blades contact Thorn was seeking in order to establish a sort of relationship between, let's say, contractors between New Mestria and Galabad. And as you guys came out, you sort of caught the end of the little sequence or ceremony of the Prismari students kind of giving this theatrical display for their, like, this little magnificent day that has been kind of going on. Shortly after, I believe you guys headed down to Eliza's Landing to catch a little tour ride on the airships that kind of go around the City of Light. Just kind of slowly fly around Sordon, giving everyone tours, a little sort of 360 view around the area to kind of, get the full view of shock and awe of this magnificent wonder that has been created in this world. And I believe during that time or shortly after, Moon and Alexandria had made their way back up to the Anthenium, to where Moon had signed up for some nature magic classes. And I believe they also visited the planetarium, where they ran into Care, the Ursine astrologist, as he was enjoying some honey and giving people little tours of the little star structure up in the observatory. Does anyone else have anything that they'd like to throw in or mention that I forgot? I'm sure there's plenty of stuff.
Sounds like a pretty good overview to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good job.
thanks. I didn't write it down, so it wasn't as smooth as last time. Let's go ahead and start off with Thorn and Raijin.
Boy.
You guys are still standing in line at Eliza's Landing, trying to get in on one of these airships to take the tour, but you notice that the lines are pretty stacked at each of the stations. There's about 5 ships that are going at once, and as you're standing there, you notice that the lines aren't moving, and you see somebody, a couple of people run by you guys, run down the line from behind you, and they're rushing toward somebody who's like essentially either taking tickets or stamps or like collecting, it looks like a fee to, get on. And you see them run forward, and they kind of stop, and they pull them to the side, and they kind of look over, and you see them kind of talking in their ear. As you guys are waiting, is there anything you'd like to do?
You know what? I think I got a better idea.
Let's hear it.
While we wait, a good way to make some coin, we could be hired bodyguards.
I'm definitely running low. I came here with like not that much, and I kind of spent it already on the wine or the drink at the Golden Griffin.
Correct.
Nice, the Golden Griffin.
I thought it was a goose.
I thought it was a goose too.
Anyways,
Well, let's hear
maybe we
it.
can find, kind of like they got in Meonia's Fall. Like, let's see if they got a guild here somewhere, or somewhere we can post that we're looking for work.
Top-notch idea. I like your way of thinking.
It'll bring you adventure too.
You see, now you're getting it, man.
Adventure and coin.
Adventure, coin, rank up in the Blackfoot. What's not to want?
Yeah, maybe we can stop by the base and get you hooked up. Yeah. Let's go look around.
Yeah, this line's not moving anyways.
Yeah, a waste of time.
Wasted time.
You you after you say that, and you notice that the front of the line, there's a lot of commotion go on, and the person behind the little sort of like booth. All right, everyone. Sorry, that's enough. All the rides for today. We have to close it down. sorry for the inconvenience. Here, for your troubles, we have tickets for tonight's show if anybody is interested. And you see the guard that kind of like rushed forward to give that information begins like walking back into your guys' direction.
Never one to shy away from free things.
So the ticket guy is the one giving out the new tickets, right?
Yes.
And this is for tonight's show?
Yeah, that's all he really mentioned. He wasn't really specific about it, but yeah, he just said tonight's show.
All right, then I will grab that ticket enthusiastically.
So you walk up, and people are like reaching out and grabbing a ticket. Okay, here you go. Oh, here, please take a ticket for the Moonlight Masquerade for tonight. They're putting on a play. It should be good. Sorry for the trouble. Come back tomorrow. We hope we have the airships up and running. And Thorn, are you next to him, or?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, did you need another or just one?
Nah. Put my hand out.
Throw slaps one in your hand.
Thank
All right, get
you.
your tickets over here. We got a few left. As he's like looking at other people out in the crowd.
Hey, 5 gold a seat. 5 gold a seat. Moonlight Masquerade.
$5 gold. Can you
Quite
believe
the
this guy?
entrepreneur.
He just got that for free.
Sold out. 5 gold a ticket.
A very large bull-like humanoid. I'll take it for 4.
Sold.
Here. My wife's gonna be happy about this. And he puts 4 gold in your hand.
I try to hold back a snicker, just watching the scene unfold.
Easiest gold of my life. See, you gotta learn the tricks. Learn the tricks, Ryzen.
You're right. Gotta stick with you closely. Study. Got much to learn. I'm over here taking things for free, not even getting any gold back.
I'm gonna start looking around for any place that seems like we could post jobs or a guild house.
Yeah, I'd
Anything like
say as you guys were kind of like walking through the Gardens of Innovation down to Eliza's Landing, you would have noticed like near the clock tower, there's definitely like a ring of job posting, like a mission board, like job postings, things like that, like help wanted, that type of deal for freelance and mercenary type work. People are allowed to post up different odds and ends or tasks that they're willing to perform for coin.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let's head that way.
Okay.
I think I remember something.
Oh,
Take Raijin to the job board.
Yeah, you walk up and it's just like you get to like follow along this path, and the little path becomes like the circular sort of area, and like in almost each quadrant of the circle there's like one posting board, like so there's a total of 4 posting boards, and you're able to put up basically any type of work or what you're trying to do here. With the Gardens of Innovation, I think I mentioned before, is it's like all like private kind of stuff that people can open up their own personal shops and things like that, as opposed to in the merchants row, it's like the city owned stuff that they provide for the people. It still comes at a cost, but it's more of like your sort of standard issued type things, as opposed to the Gardens of Innovation is like private. How do I'm trying to think of a different way to describe it, but yeah, I think that's good enough. Sorry.
Good. Hey, Ryzen, you got any paper?
I happen to have a few parchments right here. I'll take a few out of my pack.
All right.
Yeah, I was
What
wondering if we
about
were gonna like write them
you got a-
ourselves.
you got a quill?
No, unfortunately, we don't have a quill. That's
Anybody got a pen? Anybody got a quill?
A couple people walk by and there's like, what the heck?
Just real quick. Like 30 seconds. That's all I need.
You see this guy kind of walk by. He's got a monocle. He's not really like, it looks like he's trying to dress better than his actual means. As you like look down and notice there's like a patch in his pants, and well, you better be quick about it. And he pulls it like out of his pocket. I want that
Snatch it real
back.
quick. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm gonna write like on the top in like a bigger font, Galabad Guides. Blackfoot Clan for Hire, like under that, and then trained professionals, adventurers through Galabad, bodyguards. This kind of what else? Oh, hey Ryjan, what else would what do you think would make this sound good? Trained military professionals. We guess we should put the rate. How much do you think? Is there like make like an int check to see what like a standard money per like job would be?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, didn't even know my mic was off.
12.
Can y'all hear me?
I do now.
Okay, cool.
So we'll say from where you're from, we'll say the typical wage per day for, let's see, a bodyguard would be about 1 gold per day.
All right.
But that's also
One.
like, yeah.
Gotcha. We see 1 gold per day, 10% of treasure. And I'm parentheses. I'm gonna put what's the word for like barterable? You know, adjustable. Negotiable. Yeah, yeah, that word.
Yeah.
And 100 or no. Now we need like a sentence for like the quality of our work. Oh no, I guess we did say military trained.
Mm-hmm. High professional.
The best you ever seen. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
and I'm gonna draw a little black, like symbol of like a black foot, like a footprint, and then I'm gonna sign Thorn Blackfoot.
And then
Can be found. Oh, can be found at the Golden Griffin.
just for funsies, do a performance check, and if Raijin's helping you, you can do it with advantage, just to see like how well this is kind of drawn out or what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll help him out.
13.
It looks about right.
Okay. All right.
Like everything's legible. You don't have any letters that are backwards. Like if people came up and read this, it would be seemingly genuine, I guess.
Yeah, it's what you gotta expect from the Blackfoot cam. Quality.
Nothing but the best.
Conciseness.
I'm gonna look for an empty pen. Actually, I'm gonna just don't care. I'm just gonna grab a pen, even if it makes one of the other ones fall off, and then pin mine up in its place.
All right. And you feel a tap on your shoulder. Are you done with that yet?
Oh yeah, just finished. Thank you very much. I'll remember your kindness.
These young people no respect. Walks off.
I said thank you.
You did say thank you.
Interesting.
He's old.
Who is he?
has
Who's
trouble
he calling young?
He couldn't even hear you.
I'm a full-on adult.
All right. Well, is there anything else you guys like to do from here?
I kind of hijacked what you wanted to do today.
I mean,
Oh.
even if we wanted to, we couldn't. They
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It's broken.
basically turned us away.
What's the nicest part of town is like the Light Spire, right?
It definitely has like probably the highest value in terms of like what's all in it compared to the rest, just because of like the different levels of the library and the arcane schooling and the classrooms and the planetarium and observatory and the council chambers. But if you're talking about like wealth and status, everything's pretty well on like an even playing field. There's not like mansions for rich people and like slums or anything up here. Everything is built pretty well, like fairly the same, being new and sort of revolutionized, but also at the same time it's, typically people have like some sort of invitation or something up here in the City of Light, so, or there's like a special means for here. It's not like a leisurely like vacation spot necessarily either.
Ooh, actually, you know what? Since we got to set up a base here in the future, I noticed some of these buildings for lease when we were walking around earlier. Let's go check those out real quick.
Location scouting. Yeah. I like this.
I'll go check out those couple buildings that you said had the scrolls pinned to the doors.
Okay. Yeah, you guys like cut through and head on over to the shortest route to the Merchant's Row, and you notice on like the far end towards the right, we'll say like over in this area here, like these last two buildings are the ones that have the little signs open, and you see little postings that Basically is like a summary of to be able to inquire about obtaining the properties. You need to go visit the council chambers and basically, fill out the paperwork.
There's nothing on it about like how it costs or
Yeah,
anything.
like the
No.
price.
Okay.
Mm.
Also, you did see a couple of places in the Gardens of Innovation too, and I think you would know at this point. Kind of like I was saying before, these are more like city sanctioned. Merchants Row is more city sanctioned, so they're
Mhm.
gonna like require you to sell specific things as opposed to the Gardens of Innovation is kind of your own thing.
All right. But they all of them, even the gardens ones, you have to go to the chambers to lease.
Yes, and
Okay.
for the sake of being seamless, we'll say that you saw the same thing on the doors in the Gardens of Innovation too.
Alright. Yeah, it looks like that only leaves us one choice. We gotta check out the council chambers.
Sounds like a plan. Guess we go that way.
What time of day is it?
Let's see. You guys had your deal with Minerva towards the beginning of the day, and then the little Prismari dance was about midday or so, and then I'm gonna say that you guys were standing in line at Eliza's Landing for a few hours. So
Oh my god, we
It's-
didn't even get to ride.
it's
horrible.
probably getting pretty close to sunset or sunfall. And we'll say as you guys start heading up to the Light Spire, we'll go ahead and pan over to Moon and Alexandria. Moon, I believe you had just signed up for your classes with a very goat-like looking creature wearing these robes. And I believe it was shortly after your mentor Bale had come up and offered to get like your books and stuff for you. And if I remember correctly, you had met Alexandria in the hall there. I can't remember, to be honest, if like where you guys went from there. Or was that kind of the ending?
I think that was the ending.
Okay. All right, so then we'll say, Bale just got done talking to you, and it's basically like, hey, we will get this taken care of for you so you can take your classes and learn the basics of nature magic. And you started walking off and noticed Alexandria like in the center of the Anthenium. What would you guys like to do?
Well, after talking to her, I would see if Alexandria had anything to do inside the Athenaeum. If not, then we could go and enjoy the rest of the day with all of the other activities.
As you begin to converse with Alexandria, you kind of get interrupted for a second as Bale like taps you on the shoulder.
Oh, hey, Belle. What's up?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt, but did you want to go get your book real quick before you enjoy the rest of your day off before school starts?
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
It won't take very long.
Oh, no worries. Time isn't an issue.
This is a bit of an introduction class, so there's only one book. Most of it is hands-on, as are all things of nature almost.
Yeah, I assume so, right?
Say, you mentioned trying to harness the powers of the moon, correct?
Oh, yeah, but it was just a silly thought
Why do you say that?
because I'm just a small rabbit. How do you think I would harness the power of the moon, Belle?
How do you think the great god Katsu harnessed the moon? Do you think she was giant?
I guess not.
It's not how big the body is, but more how big the spirit or the heart.
Chills.
I will put that in my little locker for later. Not my physical locker, but obviously my brain locker, Belle.
And I imagine as you guys are kind of having this conversation, he's like, you guys are actively walking into the library, and one intro to nature magic, please. And you see this sort of like pale covered tiefling woman with like this long shoulder length pink hair rushes back, and you see her like flipping her fingers through like the spines of the sets, and she flips one open. What's the name, please? As she looks at you, Moon.
Oh, Moon?
Moon? That's so nice. And she writes out Moon, pulls the card out, closes the book, puts the card in her little card catalog, and hands you the book. And you receive something that looks like this.
Ooh.
Oh, so sick.
That
Right?
looks really cool.
Oh, and then it shows both. But you know, just for funsies, we'll say you turn to the next page and you notice that there appears to be some sort of instructions.
Oh, cool.
So cool.
Hmm.
I believe this is all you'll need for your class.
Just this?
I believe so. And a little bit of motivation.
I'm motivated. So,
Are you
The book?
dedicated?
dedicated enough.
Motivated. Dedicated. Alright. Do you want to be an airborne ranger? I'm just kidding. Remember, Moon. Rely on the size of your spirit And look upon your friends when you need a shoulder to lean on. As he looks over, like, down the hallway, as I imagine, like, Alexandria is kind of looking directly at Moon and Bale. Run along now. Don't be late for tomorrow.
Wait, before I go, Belle, do you have any like crystals? You know I always love crystals, and you always have like the best type. Do you have any?
Crystals. You think I just carry crystals on me at all times? And he like pulls one out of his pocket. Of course I carry crystals. And he just, it's like a little chunk of crystal quartz.
Aw.
He says, "Oh, but wait, I think I might have something else here. Make a perception check for me."
Oh shit, it scared me.
Wow. Okay, back-to-back ones. Sick.
Oh
Sick.
no.
So, after he hands you the crystal, he's like, "Oh, I think I have something else for me." And he tries to do like the magic trick where he pulls something behind your ear, but you can clearly feel like his hoof-like fingers like scrape against your ear. And he pulls out and hands you a Buckeye, you know, another one of the like peanut butter covered in chocolate. Yeah,
I
one
just-
for the road.
I just pretend that like he pulled it off like perfectly. It's like, oh, thank you, Belle.
He's like, "Ooh."
You're so cool. You're so cool.
Run along now.
You mean hop along?
Oh, there may be hope for you yet, little moon.
Alrighty, Belle. Thank you so much for everything. I'll see you later.
He just like puts his hands together underneath his robes and kind of smiles as you make your way. And as Moon is heading towards you, Alexandria, you hear, "Alexandria," as Briar is like running down the stairs.
Oh. Good morning. Is it morning?
"Hey." "Oh, is it?" And she's like, "Oh man, I think I've been up all night. Wait, no, it's evening. It's almost nighttime, I think.
It's almost nighttime. It's almost
Oh man, I pulled an all-nighter, an all-dayer. I don't know how this works. Anyways, I meant to ask you something, and I thought it might be something good, because I think you know," as she sees Moon. "I was just told that he was a part of the new class, and we need somebody to bring some of the reagents for them tomorrow for their first spellcasting or potion making.
I can get that together. What do you need?
Well, we just need to bring some stuff over in the morning once the class starts, and maybe kind of go around and show the newcomers a bit of just sort of the fundamentals of alchemy. Is that something that you'd be interested in?"
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, great. And she takes like a long sigh and puts her hand on like the handrail on the stairs. And she closes her eyes for a second, and then you just hear,
Oh no.
"Oh,
You said
I think it's time for bed. I'm gonna call it early." Yeah. So just, yeah, I have everything laid out. in the alchemy room.
Okay.
Just take it over to the classroom and yeah, Will be very thankful.
Yeah, no problem. I gotcha.
All right, enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
All
Rest
right.
well.
See ya. Bye, Moon.
Bye. Good night. I mean, you know, bye.
Bye, Mom. I mean,
No, Mom's the lunch lady.
oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, I guess Briar can be mom too.
Oh yeah.
They're all moms.
All right. What would you guys like to do from here? As you can see, the sort of sunset over the very high projected horizon from being in the city, in the sky.
I guess. Well, what time does the show start? Or yeah, the show.
You, I guess you wouldn't know at this point. Roll a intelligence check for me.
I can't find it. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, you thought you had seen maybe a sign or something somewhere, and this is definitely gonna seem very meta, but I actually did have this in mind. I just forgot. But Briar does come back down the stairs, and she's like, "Ugh. Well, I just fell asleep standing on these stairs next to you, so I'm obviously not gonna make this. Feel free to make use of these if you want." And she hands you 2 tickets to the show for tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I would just fall
Tickets?
asleep anyways, so.
So you had two. So you had a date. Is what you're saying, Briar?
Hey,
Did you have a date?
I'm not gonna kiss and tell, but yeah, there is. It was
Oh my
supposed to be
gosh.
something, but you know how it is.
It was Mr. Hootie, right?
Mr. Hootie.
Yeah. Mr. Hootie. He seems like a swell fellow.
Not care. Anyways,
Oh,
yeah.
Now we're gonna have to do this every
I-
time we see Briar.
The books were, definitely more important at this point. You know how it is. Get caught up in studies. Like, I'm going to bed, and she's like blushing and runs up the stairs.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Yeah,
It was
we'll
totally
definitely have to
Hootie.
ask her.
It was totally Hootie. We all know. Hootie's the Rizzler.
I think it would be fun to ask her something different each time.
Look, how's it going with Twinkle Toes? What?
Who is that?
You know Rufus?
What are you talking about?
Little stubby halfling, hangs out in the Golden Griffin Inn. You know that guy.
Knows.
He's-
Was it him?
when you're looking for a rebel,
What about Twinklebeak?
Yeah, Hootie. Hootie Twinklebeak. All right, so you guys have 2 tickets to the show now, and how would you like proceed for the night? You notice that there is like a time on the little ticket stubs, and it looks like the show starts in about an hour.
How long does it take to get there?
The maybe like 10 to 20 minutes, depending on
Oh.
how thick the traffic is. It's down in the Gardens of Innovation. Not very long.
10 to 20 minutes. 10 to 20 minutes.
So-
we've got, like, 30 minutes to kill.
So we could check out the merchant's room and look for some like accessories for
More cookies?
wearing for the show.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
No, we gotta look
Accessories.
cute. Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta look cute. Yeah,
Cute?
cute.
Do we?
You do notice on the ticket there's
Oh,
like a
okay.
little sort of
Okay.
graphic design of like masquerade masks, but they're all like little cat masks.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
We need those. That's it.
I love this. All
Sold.
right,
We gotta go look at them.
all right, gotta be perfect.
Perfect. Yes. All right, so you guys make your way down to Merchant's Row to find you some gear for the Moonlit Masquerade. As you guys proceed down, we'll pan back over to Thorn and Raijin. You guys heading up to the council chambers, sunset, almost the close of business hours. You make your way to the door. You see, like, I think I have a picture. There'll be good enough representation. I think it's more for, yeah, the High Council. It's kind of how I imagine it. More so
Ooh.
like
Mhm.
this sort of like grand grand hall where like important meetings are discussed and things like that. And as you walk in, you do notice some of these members talking. You see in this image on the far left is, let me pull up more stuffs. On the far left, I'll say just as like an introduction to the city, that this would be like common information that they would notify the people, just like, you know, who the High Council is, just so people know, and they're not like, oh, just in case you come across them or something in the middle of town. You see the person on the far left, which is General Drek, the Ministry of Security. Is like the head of the Iron Watch, which is, you know, like the city guard that protects this place. Having a conversation with the gnome mage on the far right, with the book in his hand, and their name is Bibik Fizzleban, and they are the Minister of Transportation and Research and Development. So kind of plays an integral role of the sort of like not engineering per se, I guess, but like the rotation and physics and maintaining that to be able to keep the city afloat was his sort of project and involvement as being like the leader of that in the High Council. As you walk in, you notice that General Drek is kind of like holding his hands straight out, and you can hear like he's definitely yelling, but not enough to where you can hear it because they're like all the way on the other end of the hall. and you just see Bibbit kind of looking down, and it just looks like he's sort of, I guess, defeated, with like his hands down and like his head down, like he's being scolded almost.
Hmm.
And you kind of hear like the echoes of yelling again from the general, and he just turns around and kind of storms off. And you see the gnome kind of slowly turn around and exits the chamber into like a different sector. As you do come into the building, though, you do notice like a little sort of podium or stand that kind of gives directions to specific things, and you do notice like the specific, we'll say, hall or like room number to go to inquire about obtaining license for an establishment, which will be off to your left into the first lower left quadrant.
Looks like it's this way. I walk that way.
Yeah, I'll follow him, but I'm like trying to take in as much as I can of this place as well.
Yeah, as you come in, it's almost like it's like a polished stone, almost like a steel gray sort of interior. You see like 6 large like pillar-like columns that kind of make like this straight like row or walkway towards like where the main council sits. As you see like a few steps go up, and then there's this very long like sort of golden, like very nice like golden sort of gilded table with like gold trimming and edges on it. You see, what is it, 6 different chairs with like really high backs on them, as you know you would approach a very like powerful seemingly council for any sort of decisions like that. And then the stairs, of course, to give that elevation to resemble their authority. From there, in between these large columns, you see, kind of like in the image, these very long red and like silver banners that kind of hang down with little emblems of like different types of schools and like schools of magic and different types of affiliations. Almost like you would see in sort of stadium or something, or like a federal building that has like all of the state's flags or whatever, kind of something like that. But they're these long vertical banners that kind of drape halfway down from the ceiling. In the very back, you notice like this sort of brass iron circular like window frame, and you can just see out from behind it like the pink and blue, like purplish shades of the clouds as the sun is setting. You see like a few birds fly across.
Yeah, this is fancy. You know, when we get big enough, maybe we could set up shop in here.
Yeah, we just take over. We'll be the council.
Yeah, hang the banners, the Blackfoot banners.
Mm-hmm. Like the way you think.
Gotta say, you're rubbing off on me.
As you make your way into this sort of like steampunk registration office, you see a dwarf with like a pinstripe vest He has like these little uh, glasses, circular framed um, glasses with like a chains attached to the sides that kind of drape over his ears. Um, one of the lenses has like another lens that folds up to where it looks like he can magnify uh, or amplify the magnification on it. He's got like this very long, thick mustache that curls down and like connects into like these sideburns that, or like this chin strap sort of beard. And just like this thick stubble in between everywhere else. And he's like behind the counter. You can see like this bald head for a second until he sits up from reading some paperwork as he hears you come in. Aye, what can I do for you?
I'm just trying to get some info on getting one of the buildings down in the gardens.
Which building are you acquiring on?
You know, either of them.
Yeah, we're just trying to open up shop. We were told we needed to come down to the council chambers.
What kind of shop you opening up?
Didn't get your chicken nugget. I forgot to tell you guys. Not the chicken nugget for me.
Kind of look at Raijin and pause for a sec.
It's my job to ask questions.
You know, it's gonna be kind of like a military grade weapons and armor.
Military grade weapons. Trying to blow the place up?
No, I didn't say explosives.
Right.
Like
Well,
this. I'm gonna unsheath my weapon. See, take a look. Kind of hold it out in
Whoa,
front.
whoa, whoa.
Mm.
Not in the High Council
See?
chambers. Let's go ahead and put that away.
Yeah, but
General Drake would have my head.
It's like you wanted to know, and I'm showing you.
Yeah, we gotta show the high quality stuff
Aye.
we're bringing.
Use your words. Right?
But now that you
I
got a glimpse
did.
of it, you can see you won't find anything else like that in the city.
That's right. Nowhere else.
I could see where there's a market for that. It's pretty standard, really. There's a hefty price. But more importantly, my favorite, a hefty amount of paperwork. As he like pulls out a like stack of like 150 sheets of parchment. Bring this back. Signed.
Does it have like the prices in here?
It'll have everything in it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Homework. Yeah, I'll grab the stack.
All right, enjoy. We'll be open for
know.
tomorrow. Feel free to come back if you manage to get through it. Don't forget the fine print. I made it myself.
Yeah.
We gonna need any of those magnifying glasses you got on to read the fine print?
How's your eyesight?
Sharp as a... Well, has good eyesight. Sharp as a goose.
Then I'd say no.
Alright, guess we better get started. my hand. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
no, I'm gonna hand him half the stack.
don't forget, come up with a catchy name. Good for business. No one likes a boring name.
It's got a good point. Do you have the name in mind already, Dior?
Yeah, no, not really.
Guess we gotta brainstorm that. Well, we have all this time now that we gotta read through this stack, try to find the prices.
Yeah. We can probably just go stash it. You gotta get to your show soon.
I look at my wrist, expecting some kind of a contraption, but nothing's there. Where's a clock around here? Where's a clock when you need one?
Are you guys still in the office, or did you guys leave?
Yeah, I guess we're like walking away.
Okay.
Is there one like in the main lobby?
If you're talking to me, there is there are plenty of stores down in Merchants Row. And of course, the Gardens of Innovation. I'm sure they can make you a time device.
He wants you to buy one instead of telling us where the one on the wall is. Let's go. We'll see one.
When you when you said you looked at your wrist, I thought you were actually insinuating that you wanted to find a place to buy a watch.
I just thought the guy was an asshole.
That's what I thought. Seemed he had that like gruff attitude. But all right, yeah. No, we're done spending. It's time to earn.
Time for you to get a watch, it seems.
Ha 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 ha! Very funny.
As you guys leave, he gives the very World of Warcrafty. See you soon.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess from here, if we're heading to the show, then yeah, I'm gonna. Wait, Bjorn, are you coming with me? Cause you sold your ticket.
I mean, I can wait outside and look at the paperwork.
All right, then yeah, I'll hand Bjorn the paperwork and be like, all right, buddy, I'll be back. Check out this show.
Okay.
And book it out the council chambers. Try to make it to the show in time.
All right. Yeah. You guys begin to make your way down towards Gardens of Innovation. You already see the crowd of people heading in, handing off their tickets to the little booth clerks, and people are just kind of funneling into this sort of large auditorium with this huge sign out front that says the Moonlight Masquerade. Actually, before we go there, Moon and Alexandria were going shopping for some attire it's a little appropriate for the evening. As you guys notice the sort of cat mask with the little stick. I don't know if there's a special name for that, but the little masks that have like a feline.
Yeah, little masquerade mask.
Yeah. And you guys see like a little pop-up shop that has like specific clothing and like costumes and little pieces and stuff that's like specifically there's multiple of these things outside of the theater that people actively like participate and will sort of dress up for the occasion.
Yeah.
So you guys begin to approach one of these shops, and you see a sort of blue-skinned woman with like this white blouse and tan vest, like very like what is it called? Like not rough, maybe ruffled, like these like very fluffy sort of sleeves.
Pirate sleep.
Yeah, there you go. And just yeah, she looks like a pirate. And she has her own little sort of mask on that has just like a depiction of, you know, like a cat mask, and you see like little ears that come up, and behind it is like these deep, like bony, like horns, as it seems to be like another like a blue tiefling.
So
Hello, step right up. I have some things to sell. Are you trying to dress up for tonight's show?
yeah, we are. What do you recommend? I've never been to one of these shows.
Oh, you're going to love it. They're so excited, and they're really good about telling these magnificent stories through interpretive dance, and they're just really good. It just depends. How fancy do you want to get? It can be as light as just a mask to wear. We have full-out costumes. You can you can dress up as one of the performers themselves, and she shows like a little like array of different outfits. I'll say that like most of them look, how I see in my mind, is like a bunch of different colored outfits that like gypsies would wear.
Mm.
Okay. What do you think, Moon? How
Just like very colorful, interesting pieces. There's some that are like tops and bottoms. There's some that are just like full on like dresses or robes.
I think I'm gonna need something that's gonna be more of a robe for me. Keep warm. And as for the headpiece, I know we're supposed to keep it cat? Was it cat? As I'm asking Alexandria, is it cat?
yeah, I think so. I think it's cat. Like I said, I've not been before.
So like, are we supposed to like, what are we supposed to do there? Like, they dance? They meow?
Well, it's a theater. You just sit and watch mostly, but it's fun to dress up.
Okay. Do you have anything? Well, do you have anything? Any like robes?
Of course. What is your favorite color?
Oh, turquoise.
I knew it was turquoise. And she goes and grabs like this turquoise with like this teal trim. It's like a very, very soft silk robe. It's actually more of like a blanket, but you see her like she's like a little arcane magic begins to kind of be expressed from her fingers in like this like glowing sort of glittering light, and it begins to shape and take form, and it's like the materials being like stretched and formed to like mold specifically into like an individual shape that it would take. It would look like a robe for you, like a cowl begins to form up like towards the center, and she kind of motions her hands into like bringing them down, and you see it like sort of stretch and fold out a little bit more. So it goes from like this plain rectangular cloth to a very nice and fitted sort of cloak and robe, and she like throws it up as it spreads out, kind of shines off of the sunset, and brings it around your front and kind of buttons it up to where it stays. There you go. That looks nice. And she reaches in like a little bag that she carries around her waist and pulls out like this little plastic like cat mask or like a plaster type deal, and you see a little band that's around the back so it can rest on your head, and she like folds your ears back and puts the band over and kind of and you see Moon with a like this cat mask. It's like a solid light, almost porcelain like mask,
Oh.
with like glowing. It's almost like it's made of like glow sticks or something. I can't remember. Like it's a sort of like bioluminescent type of painting on it. That's just like
Okay.
little wavy lines that make up like the little whiskers.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love that.
Me too.
Is there anything I can get for you?
I think I'll just go with the mask.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, what's normally worn to these? Does it matter?
Not really. It's more open for creativity.
Okay. Can I get a bunny mask? Like Moon's?
You want a bunny
But
or
a
a
bunny.
cat?
A bunny.
You want a bunny, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. And she pulls out like a cat mask, and you see that same magic flowing from her fingertips, and she like draws out the ears up to go up higher and into a point. And this one is like we'll say another like white porcelain type mask, and then the whiskers form instead of like a blue, they're more of like these bright luminescent pink and purple whiskers, and you see like little glowing purple tips on the ears.
Thank you. Moon, look, I'm like you. She'll like point to her mask.
So, I guess I forgot we need to pay you. Give me 1 sec, and then I go to like the little dirt patch that's near there.
Moon
I
leaves.
pull out like 1 blueberry. I'm like, okay, well, I always heard that money don't grow on trees, but maybe coins grow on shrubs. And I try to like put like the blueberry and be like, okay, you're gonna grow money, okay?
Go ahead and make
Right.
an investigation check for me.
Is it?
Investigation. Uh, 11. I'm gonna say due to the high foot traffic that there is a high chance for somebody to potentially accidentally drop a coin, and when you go to like look into a blueberry patch, you do notice like 1 gold piece on the ground, but you don't suspect that it was actually dropped from the high traffic. You actually think that the bush grew the gold for you.
Ha! Look, guys, I told you. I told you. Maybe money don't grow from trees, but coins come from shrubs.
For
Remember,
I felt that enthusiasm.
remember that.
Coins come from shrubs.
Like, I just
Okay.
picture him like turning
was
around
wondering.
and like, ah.
Did you just get a gold piece from that bush over there?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no other way that it would just show up here. There's no other way.
Druidic magic.
I'm super skilled, I guess.
You better take that bush with you.
I guess I will. And I dig it, and I like dig up it.
Get out of
with
the ground.
I start putting it in like my little robe.
How big is this bush?
But you start taking the bush.
I start taking like the little sapling. I'm just like, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's like dirt still intact too. I'm just like, I don't even care. Gotta take this for later. You're right, lady. You're right.
And
Put
you
it
notice,
in.
you notice a guard walks up. Hey, don't be pulling up the bushes.
It's my
We have people that work really hard on all of the landscaping up here, and we can't
I
have
did
you
it.
tearing up bushes.
I grew the bush.
He does not know that.
Can I persuade him?
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
It's my bush.
I grew it. See? Need to do it again.
Just do it again.
Do you have proof?
Yeah.
'Cause that looks
And I pull
awfully
out-
like the one that is right next to it.
No, I could prove it. And I pull out another blueberry. I'm like, look, you see this? Yeah. You
So
know,
you-
I actually feel bad that you're actually interrogating me. That this isn't my bush, and I'm still gonna take it whether you like it or not. But here, put this in your backyard or your front yard or in a cup. But I promise you, it's gonna give you 1 gold. The lady just saw it just now. And I'm like, hey, right? No, and I asked the lady, I'm like, you saw that, right? You saw that it gave me 1 gold.
Hey,
This is
look.
how I'm able to do.
He looks over at Alexandria. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know he thought gold grows from bushes. Obviously, it's. I'm sorry.
I got
Just
him.
take care of him.
Yeah, I'll take care of him.
Oh, poor
Have a
Moon.
good night.
Sorry for the trouble. Yes. I hope your
Yes,
bush makes you a lot of gold.
You know what? Give me back this. And I pull back the fucking. I pull back the blueberry. I was like, you know what? You don't get any blueberry bush. And I shoved back the blueberry. Was like, this is all for me.
Oh, you poor thing. You're so sweet. Okay. Have a good night at the show. Oh, it's so adorable. Walks away.
Hey, you don't listen to them. They suck.
You know, I don't even care about it anymore.
You suck.
I know.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't even care about it anymore.
Wait, Moon, no, don't. It's okay.
We're just gonna cry. We're just. Can I like survey the bushes around me and be like, were they actually the blueberry bushes? Were they just normal ones, or am I just being gaslit?
Just,
Oh no.
just make another investigation check for me.
So they're at the I guess the festival or whatever, the show, right?
Yeah, you don't really see any more coins.
Hey guys, could I just quietly mute myself and listen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, you know what? I know what I saw. The lady saw what I saw. We're gonna have a good day anyways, okay? And then we're just gonna
Oh yeah.
move on. You know what? Maybe I'm just.
I'll pay her too. How much was it?
Let's say 2 silver pieces.
Okay. And that cookie was 2 silver pieces, right?
Everything is just 2 silver pieces.
I overhear this. I'm like, what are you talking about over there? Why do you keep saying 2 silver pieces? Are you getting 2 silver pieces from your bushes?
No, I don't grow magic money bushes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Raijin, as I'll
do
say
that.
you walk by and you hear like this little rabbit talking about money growing from bushes, and
Yeah, perk up my ear. I definitely heard that. So I guess I'm gonna go over to Moon. Is this true? Like I'm sorry to interrupt. Like I happened to overhear about you having some kind of magic money bush, and see me and my partner are trying to raise some money to get a shop going. A money bush could come in handy. I'll tell you what.
First, sir, I'm gonna have to stop you. What is your name? You
Oh.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah,
rude.
as you approach, go ahead and describe what Raijin looks like. What do they see whenever you approach?
Oh, sorry, my mic died again.
Now you get
Okay, yeah, this kind of hulking dragon, you know, the blue skinned dragon, you know, with regal robes. I guess you're very tiny in comparison, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be like pretty menacing. Um, yeah, well, pardon me, I didn't mean to interrupt. Um, I just heard this money tree and it caught my attention.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. This blueberry grew I grew a shrub, right? I put the blueberry in the hole in the dirt. Wait for it to grow, right? Because I'm magic, and I could just be like, "Wow, grow the blueberry shrub," and then what do you know? A golden piece. A golden piece.
Yeah, I'm like
Oh.
there listening like super intently, like just shaking my head in interest.
Am I here, by the way?
Yeah, I guess you would be here too, because you said you're going to like look at the paperwork outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this guard said, I can't have this shrub that I grew.
Hmm.
The lady there saw it, and he's just trying to scam me. I'm being gaslit. I don't even care anymore. I have these blueberries, and I'm gonna grow them, and they're gonna grow gold and and money, and I'm gonna prove that guard wrong.
Hmm. All right, my young friend. Yeah, my name is Raijin, by the way. I didn't formally introduce myself. But if what you're saying is true, you know, my friend would probably most likely like to meet you. Uh, a bush that grows money. I mean, there's all sorts of magic in this world, and I see I found a valuable one.
To prove my
Are you-
point. To prove
Are
my
you talking
point.
about me like I'm not here?
Jesus, man, where'd you come from?
Oh, is this your friend?
So money trees.
Yeah, this guy's talking about a money tree.
Where's it at?
Grow it. You want to see? I'm gonna persuade them.
Yeah,
that
like
can grow it.
I nod my head like
I'm gonna-
vigorously.
I'm gonna show them that I'm gonna grow it this time. I was under pressure the last time. This time, it's gonna happen. Can I get the blueberry?
Yeah, you can make a deception or persuasion. I'm assuming it's more persuasion, since
since
I
he
don't.
actually
Yeah,
believes
yeah,
it.
I don't think you're trying to deceive them. So I would say, let's do persuasion, and then Thorn and Raijin, you guys can make some insight checks to determine your own perception on this.
Oh. Not 20. Good.
Thorn 13, 13. Okay, so that's a little match. I'd say Thorn, you're pretty much on the fence. Like you don't know whether to believe it or not at this point. And Raijin, yeah, with the nat 20, I'm gonna say, yeah, you don't really believe him. It looks like a standard. bush.
Yeah, like I just kind of have like my hand over my mouth, just like in stunned silence. I just kind of look over at Thorn just to see if he knows what's going on.
But
You know,
I'll also say that you do know that Moon definitely and truly believes that it does create money, though. I think that's an important part.
Hmm.
You know, I've seen some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like people, I know people that can just like disappear and come back. You know, and like, you know, magic's real. So I'll see it.
You know what? I believe you can make this happen. Seen some crazy stuff.
one of these days, I'm gonna show y'all, and it's gonna be like whenever you're not expecting it. Remember that.
Oh, I thought you meant you've done it already. Like you got one.
I did. Everyone was telling me I
Hmm.
didn't.
I see.
I'm gonna show you, okay? His name's Moon, by the way. What's yours?
It's Thorn.
Bjorn. Well, and I hand him a blueberry. Promise you, this blueberry, I'm gonna grow you some
Sonny.
money.
And you blueberry. I love that. That's awesome.
I'm gonna eat it.
It's like this is
No,
a
no.
promise, and like slaps at the blueberry in your hand, and like puts pressure down in your hand with his fingers. Promise you,
It's gonna do. It's gonna grow.
it's gonna
money.
happen.
What conviction?
You're gonna eat the blueberry?
Yeah.
Why?
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 I
Why?
don't you understand.
And just immediately after,
That thing's pretty good.
You know what?
You
One
could
that-
sell these if you sell the blueberries. Then you know money. So
it's like, you're right.
in a sense, there's your money, Bush.
No, no. You're gonna have a stomach ache because it grew inside your stomach. You be careful now, okay?
You got it.
Okay. Anyways, we were going to the show. Are y'all interested on coming?
No,
Are you
that just so
excited?
happens to be where I'm heading.
Oh, yeah. Bjorn, you
I
coming?
sold my ticket.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna show them with these blueberries. I'm gonna get you a ticket.
With these blueberries.
Yeah, kid's pretty useful.
And then there's food. There's people there. I don't know. Maybe people you know, maybe people you don't know. But we can head there, find some stuff, enjoy the scenery, and yeah. Anyways, I'm not really this energetic, but can we go now? And I just like get back into going shy mode. I'm just like
Yeah.
noticing how loud I'm speaking.
And all of this time, Alexandria is like peeking over Moon's shoulder, seeing all of this happen.
Yeah, I think it's time to go. to the show. It's almost time. So,
Hi.
I'm Alexandria.
Yeah, this is
A
Alexandria.
pleasure.
Nice to meet you all.
Always nice to meet new people.
There are a lot of new people here at and how do you pronounce the City of Light?
Soren.
Soren, yeah.
Soren. Yeah, a lot of interesting people in Soren.
Yeah, few who say hello. I've noticed.
It's very busy here.
Yeah, I mean, me and my buddy got here and we just got attacked like
Attack!
2-3 times.
I
Yeah.
mean, you said hello.
Hostile place.
Imagine that we got getting attacked twice in one day. Yep.
One
They just-
day.
I'm gonna
They
pull
know where I
Moon
come
to-
from, so
I'm gonna pull Moon to
Oh.
the side and I'm gonna say, I don't know if this is a good idea.
No, and I'm like, no, don't worry about it. It's chill.
fine. Okay,
It's-
okay.
It's chill.
But
It's
they
chill.
got attacked twice in one day.
can I make a perception just to see if we can hear them?
Yeah. You guys
Like,
are
how
like-
far did they go?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are probably still within probably like 5 or 10 feet of each
Earshot.
other.
It's like,
It's like,
I'm gonna
you
cut
guys
my
are-
hand but say it loud enough intentionally to Raijin. Hey, they're talking about us.
it's not even like a big deal. Like, it's gonna be
Okay.
chill.
Alright.
It's gonna
I
be
just
Good-
don't want to
good things, I hope.
You know?
Like, there's gonna be food and
Yeah,
chill,
There's
chillness.
food, I'll go.
Okay,
It's free
yeah,
food? Yeah?
yeah, and we got new friends. They're new friends.
They're new friends. We won't
So
get
what?
attacked again, probably.
They-
Like, statistically, that probably
This-
won't happen.
These lands are always filled with stuff. Of course, they got into a squabble or two. It's the world. Happens all the time. Shoot, in the forest, I got attacked, but you know
Oh no.
that's the forest. This is the world. It's
Yeah, oh,
fine.
no.
It's chill.
Okay, okay.
Belle always told me. Well, I don't know. I don't remember what Belle told me, but like it was good.
I don't remember what you told me, but it was good.
You know, and if we do get attacked a third time, no worries. I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
You were listening.
You know, I promise you,
Wait,
it
you
wasn't
think
us who started it.
We were not whispering at the end there.
Yeah, it progressively got louder.
Oh, for sure.
No, you guys like aren't even turned either. You're still looking directly at them. You just have like your hand covering like
Over
the
her
side,
mouth.
but you know, like you're
Looking at
here,
directly
Alexandria,
in the
and Moon is like to your left, and you're like, hey.
Alexandria, and I'm like speaking at normal like tone. I'm
Normal
like,
tone, yeah.
Alexandria, I feel like they could hear us.
I feel like they shouldn't be able to.
Why are they looking at us like they could hear us?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I thought we were whispering.
Make
We
a
are.
perception check, Moon. You guys can both make perception checks.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, it's really good. Not so good. Alexandria is incapable of whispering. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
I guess this is a question to ask Thorn. Do you have anything in your ear at the moment?
I don't think I would have it yet,
Okay.
but I can. I
No,
can
no,
have
no,
it in.
that's fine. Yeah, with the 10, as you kind of look Thorn over, You notice he's got pretty decent sized ears. Moon, with your 25 though, you notice that whenever you guys are speaking and trying to whisper to each other, you see like the ears kind of tingle a little bit as he's actively just can openly
Slight
hear
movement.
everything that you are saying.
Oh. Well,
Alexandra, he could hear us.
you think?
No, I'm pretty sure.
My
Okay.
dear friends, we could hear everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, it's probably fine.
they not hear me basically yell that they're talking about us.
Sorry, it's the world. Places are loud. It's Soren. Soren is very, you know how the world is.
Yeah.
That I do.
I was expecting to meet, a couple of kooky characters in this city.
Kooky. I come from the forest. Okay.
It's pretty kooky.
No, it's calm.
It's calm.
It's chill.
Or I guess Moon would be quirky.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's chill. It's chill over there.
I love how Moon goes from like 0 to 100.
I
Like,
know.
Guys.
You guys are gonna be late.
we're gonna be late.
We're gonna be late. Oh my god, time
No,
Show's starting
like
in 2
a
minutes.
bunny.
is. No. This was in my teachings. Don't rush. You'll fall.
So you guys rush to the entrance, hand your tickets over to the person inside this little booth here. And you see like this little thing that kind of blocks the way. Somebody unhooks it so you can walk by. Then you end up walking on like this sort of like red carpet into this hallway to where you see like a set of double doors. As you walk a little bit further, the roof kind of takes over and it gets a little bit darker as you approach. You see two, like a wall sconce on each side, emitting this sort of light purple flame. Very small flames, but enough to like brightly light this room and projects like this cool sort of purple light that bounces off of the dark walls with the red carpet on the floor, and a person on each side. As you walk up, they both pull the doors open at the same time, and as you walk in, the building itself on the outside is not very big, but when you walk in, you can tell that it has been sort of magically altered as you walk into this huge, like this grand sort of, I don't know if amphitheater is the right word, but this giant theater. I'll just say that because I don't know the correct terminology. As you walk in, you hear doo, 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 as a series of lights turn on up above, and they sort of rotate down into like multiple spotlights that sort of point in a center location on the stage. The other lights around the area, you see more of like these sort of sconces that go along like these pillars, and an upper level. There's 2 levels. As you look up, you guys are like walking into the main floor, and you see like the seats up above. They have like these pillars all along, and there's wall sconces, and they all slowly dim into nothing to sort of set the mood and scene. As you guys walk in, the show begins to start. Let's see here. Got a little map for you. And let's reload it.
It's a good thing that they didn't check our passes, right?
You handed your tickets in to the... as you walked in. And
Nice.
as you guys walk
Oh, wow.
in, you notice that there's like these little things that are being dropped down by something that's holding them up, you know, like somebody's lowering these props that seem to make up like this sort of background. You see, it looks like different images that make up like the cycle of the moon in the sort of arch pattern in the back. And you see the curtains sort of split open as you take your seats, and someone begins to walk forward in this like long, flowing sort of purple dress and holding up their own little cat mask. The lights go dim and sort of hone in on this one spot in the center, and they begin describing the play for tonight, describing a tale about. Let me switch this to. Welcome to tonight's show, where we tell the tale of the goddess Katsu and her forever journey chasing the moon that once was in order to bring her light back. And she sort of backs out, goes behind the curtains, and you see like a series of performers come out, and they start just like basically a sort of theatric like interpretive dance. You see somebody like dressed up as like this figure that represents the sun, and you see a figure that represents like Katsu and the moon, and it becomes like this sort of epic and romantic struggle against, you know, who can take who, the sun versus the moon, and ending up the sun defeating the moon. And as the moon is kind of like shot away, it just shows like this sort of sad but romantic sort of tale of how Katsu is like eternally cursed to chase the moon forever. And as the play kind of comes to a close, you see the person that sort of brought out or kind of like gave you the little introduction. And that is the tale of Katsu. And as she begins to take a bow, it almost seems like everything goes completely dark, or everybody in the room sort of comes to a standstill, like they're frozen in place. You see people begin to start clapping, and as their hands are coming together, you just their hands all stop just before the applause. The person that's bowing up on the stage becomes frozen in place.
What?
Alexandria, Moon, and Raijin, you notice that the person standing on the stage, as they're kind of like bowed over and bent in front of like the rest of the cast that begins to sort of bow, you see this sort of like negative image or like the spirit form of this feline entity step forward.
Mm.
And you notice that they look in your direction as they stand there on the stage.
Are y'all seeing this?
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Please don't eat me.
Please don't eat me. Aw. Yeah, this is not. This is intense.
Whoa.
This is what you see, but instead of like the dark tone, it's like a spirit, like a glowing, like negative white, um, like a
Version of
ghost,
that?
like a ghost form of this almost.
This is so cool.
So
It's beautiful, but it's also terrifying.
I want to poke it.
No, no. No,
I'm gonna
don't
go
do
up. I want to go poke it.
that. Alexandria is gonna hold the moon in place.
I want to be free. I want to go poke it.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to see what would happen. I'll just sit back and watch.
I want to go poke it.
You begin to stand up at your where you're seated, and as you stand up, but as you try to like go out the side of the aisle, you feel almost like this sort of force of energy that you just can't push past. And
Is everybody else still like frozen?
everybody is still frozen. Mama Woes says feed it a blueberry.
I want. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. She's right. I want to go give it a blueberry. I want to hold up the blueberry and be like, money shrub.
Yeah, I'm still intently watching it.
A flash of darkness washes over everyone,
No.
and you find yourselves in a place that's warm, windy. It's almost like you're in a very mild sort of sandstorm. You can hear waves crashing off into the distance, but you also see like you're in the middle of like an ocean of sand almost. You see these sort of desert trees kind of waving in the wind. You see a little tumbleweed kind of skip across as sand shifts back and forth and like weaves in between like limbs of clustered cacti, kind of revealing like this thick, hard sort of sandstone as the sand shifts over it. You can see curved little dome buildings that almost resembles a mixture of like say like Persian and like Japanese style architecture.
Ooh.
Make perception checks for me. Dang, Moon.
Moon's rolling good tonight.
Oh no, I don't know how to get to my thingies.
Oh, yeah.
You should be able to press C now.
Ah, there we go. Yes. You said perception?
Yes. All right. 7. Okay. Yeah, Raijin, I'll say you're kind of like sort of shocked by the change of place as you have gone from a theater in the sky to this sort of barren desert almost. Moon and Alexandria, as you guys kind of look around, you notice that everything that I previously described, and not only can you hear the waves, but you kind of like look off into the distance, and you can look to your left and right, and you notice that you can see like actual bodies of water on either side of you, pretty far off into the distance. You turn and look around. It's hard to see, but it looks like that there's another structure of land behind you, but it almost takes like, it's almost like a different sort of terrain, or it looks like it has different maybe biome structure to it. As you can see, like a different coloration that's not like a complete desert sand. You, as you're looking ahead, you see the figure again, this sort of avatar of Katsu. As she stares at you, you get this little flash of the constellation that you saw in your rune. And as she's standing in front of you, she kind of disappears, and all you can see is like this sort of building or structure ahead of you. You notice that there comes out a few figures, more like solid black, like a pair of tabaxi kind of come out, almost in samurai fashion clothing. And you see like a large emblem of like a moon carving on the like the large doorway that they come out of. You see in another instant flash, you become transported into a now forest area, and you see this long hill that reaches up, and over the hill you can see like the top of like a stone roof. Another flash forward, you appear directly in front of this large stone mausoleum with a depiction of the same cat figure, like cat constellation that you have on your rune. And then she appears directly in front of you guys, like 5 feet. And before you stands like this glowing spectral avatar of Katsu, as she kind of has her hands crossed. Takes a more, like the glow sort of fades, and she takes the form that more resembles the image that you can see here.
So she's just like standing in front of us? I was writing notes, so I don't. That last sentence kind of like trailed off.
Yes, she's standing before you.
Oh.
Is this still the show? This is some show.
No. I don't think so.
So like I was saying earlier, I want to give you a blueberry.
What? As Moon's doing that, I'll reach into my bag. Moon, you have your give her your blueberry.
I want to give her a blueberry. Here you go. You like blueberries? You don't like blueberries? I want to attempt to boop the snoot.
Oh no. I don't think you can.
I'm gonna boop the snoot.
You're gonna what? Sorry?
Boop the snoot.
Boop the snoot?
Touch your nose.
It's...
You reach out And as you touch her nose, you guys notice that Moon's eyes go completely white. Moon, you are revealed like the actual depiction, the sort of tale that is like not even close to describing like the full and accurate story of what happened between the sun god and the moon god. As Moon, it looks like Moon's finger, it doesn't look like he pulls away. It looks like it's sort of detached or let go. Moon, make a wisdom save for me. As Moon's eyes come back into focus in like this glow of like this projecting glow that's shooting out, almost like I think of like the Avatar state, sort of.
Oh, nice.
As that sort of dissipates, Moon, you just like uncontrollably burst into tears from like this how sad the journey that you were just on, like uncontrollably. Moon, from your guys' perspective, Moon just like begins to uncontrollably weep.
Can I like pull him away? Because from my perspective, you know, he booped the Katsu and
Yeah, you guys have no idea why he's crying at this point. Like
Yeah,
you don't know
so,
if he was
like,
hurt or what happened. Yeah, you can.
so yeah, just pull him. You know, kind of put my arm around him and pull him towards away from Katsu. Moon, Moon. Oh. I kind of got my dog decided there.
Alexandria's gonna pull out the sapphire.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
She places a hand underneath yours that's holding out. And you see the rune, like, almost like the light is so powerful that it looks like it shoots the rune's light up like a floodlight. And you feel like this sort of burst of energy sort of rush over you. That it feels warm, inviting. It feels like you're being sort of instantly revitalized and protected. But it also feels like you are wearing like one of those, what are they, like the compression blankets or something, like you're getting a hug. Like you just feel this warm embrace sort of wash over you. And it is just constant. Like as you, it almost looks like you see a glowing set of armor sort of take shape around you.
Okay.
The time is almost here.
Oh.
What time?
Is that like, can only Alexandria hear that?
You can all hear this.
Still like trying to get Moon to, I guess, calm down, but like, but now I'm looking directly at her. What do you mean? What time?
The alignment of the solar eclipse.
Mm.
This will not happen again for another 1,000 years.
But why are you telling us this?
This is a chance for me to reclaim the moon,
Mm.
but I need help.
I mean, but what can we
you
do? How would you want us to help you? I'm not even sure I should trust you.
Follow the light. As she reaches out and taps your forehead, you are like removed from your body. You like your astral form is moved, like pushed out from your body, and you see as you're like flying backwards, you see your body and Moon and Alexandria standing there, and it's almost like slow motion as you're first pushed out, and then it just takes off to like light speed, and it looks like you're traveling through space and time.
Whoa.
And you, as you're like, it's just like this intense rush. You can feel the push and pull. You kind of like look off to the side, but it feels like it's about to yank you out of like this sort of wormhole. So you get this sort of fear and anxiety to look even further as you might be pulled away. And you look a little bit farther, and you can see like a vision of being in a storm. And as the lightning strikes across the sky, you can see a figure like appear behind the clouds. A sort of dark, terrifying looking figure. Lightning strikes again and reveals, and it looks like it's closer to you. It's terrifying, but at the same time exhilarating, because as it gets closer and closer, you can feel yourself, you can feel your own power being illuminated. As you see this giant, like, storm elemental hand reaching out towards you and like just grabs onto you. You are like inside of the grasp of Aeon, the elemental prime of air. And as that happens, you blink and you're back in your body. And then an instant of darkness washes over everyone again. And as you guys kind of like blink one more time, you hear the roar and the cheer of the crowd as you guys are back in the theater. And there's a thunderous applause for the play, and everything seems to be back to normal.
That was intense.
That was intense. When I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I do too.
I think Kale can help us with some of them.
Well, that was a good cry, honestly.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah, like I'm just kind of patting him on the back.
One thing I learned for sure is don't boop those ones.
Don't boob those snoots.
Huh?
Those are
Don't
not
those-
right.
Don't boop those.
don't boop
Noted.
those.
Just open up a notebook and write, "Don't boop the snoot."
If it's a god, don't do that.
I grab the journal. I'm like, but if you just want to laugh about it, sure. And I pass it back. Don't look at that till like later, okay?
Did you do a little doodle in there?
I did.
What did the doodle look like?
Me booping like all of the snoots
All of
and
the
everything.
You drew a bunch of snoots.
You're just like, yes.
like,
And
a
there's like
bunch of
there's
cats,
there's
or-
like yeah, there's like a little like level like tier list of like which ones you should and shouldn't like boop. I'm just like, yes, maybe, probably
Yes,
not.
maybe.
Owlbear is in the probably not category.
Yeah, I would hope so.
It's like, yeah, there you go.
Very helpful.
Helpful.
y'all- Do y'all know of anybody who can explain what just happened?
Well, we kind of know a guy.
We
Ah!
know
We
that.
kind of know a guy.
No, guy.
And I look at
Professor.
and
Oh,
I
no,
look
no,
at
no, Moody.
Alexandria. No, shh! Don't tell him yet. I want
Oh,
it to be,
okay.
I want it to be a
Sorry.
surprise.
Sorry.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what. Or he's the Rizzler.
He's
The Rizzler, huh?
You'll see.
I've never heard of this word before.
You'll
What's a Rizzler?
You'll see.
Oh, it's something that has to be seen. Okay, okay.
When I say you'll see, when he just starts talking, you'll know.
I gotta.
Alright,
This
to,
is something I gotta see.
To the guy, right? And I'm just looking at Alexandria.
Yeah. Let's go to the guy. The
To
guy.
the guy. The guy we
Alright.
know, you know?
Lead the way. Let's go get. Wait, is Dorn, or is he like outside the thing, or was he there with us the entire time?
He was outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm outside.
Yeah, well, let's go get my buddy. I don't even think he's gonna
Oh,
believe me
God.
when I tell him.
Before you guys
Oh,
head
okay.
out, Thorn, you're like going through paperwork, kind of like leaning up against the wall.
Still.
There's a lot of
There's
paperwork.
there's a lot of paperwork.
Before we also head out, can I observe the floors to see if there's like anything that I'm just like interested in?
To see what?
To see if there's like anything I'm interested in.
As far as what? Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like
Oh, just in
they-
general?
so,
Like if somebody drops something.
yeah. I feel like it's a theater. Finders keepers.
Make an investigation check. Or are you just looking down and like as you're walking to leave, or are you like actually taking the time to kind of like
actually
look
taking the
around?
time
Okay, do an
to make sure I
investigation
didn't-
for me
to
then.
make- I'm also like making sure like I didn't forget anything.
Good idea.
So I guess like I'll like just kind of bend over to Alexandria and whisper, does he do this often? He was crying like 2 seconds ago.
Oh no, that wasn't normal. That wasn't a normal amount of crying.
Guys, I could hear you.
Well, I wasn't trying to whisper.
I have big ears.
With a 14, I will say that as you're kind of looking around with a 14, you find 5 silver pieces,
Wow.
and you also find what looks like a little pocket lighter. It looks like a little cogwheel that strikes some flint and creates a spark. And inside you can see like this little red crystal, and once you like hold down the little mechanism, the red crystal begins to glow, and a little small flame is produced at the end.
Oh, that's so sick. And I'm just like, I'm like bending. Obviously bending over to see like where it's been, and I'm like, guys, you wouldn't believe it, Look what I found. I'm like, money and
Money, money,
arson. And arson, guys. Come on.
No, don't do
Yeah,
that in here.
That's what you need.
Oh,
The rabbit to be the arsonist. It's dangerous in Moon's hands.
What a chaotic character.
Oh man.
I know. I'm not even sure if I should be worried or not.
guys. Drinks on me. 5 silver
Oh.
pieces.
Are we
It-
going to
it-
get drinks?
No, no. Okay.
No, we're
let me-
going straight to the
let-
budget.
let- no,
Yeah,
no.
is this Rizzler person like a tavern person? Does
Oh,
he serve
no.
food?
No, guys.
Uh-uh.
It just means I'm not poor anymore, okay?
Oh, it's
But like, yeah, when I become more rich, drinks on me.
Oh, it was a turn of phrase. You didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
But I do mean it later.
Later, though.
Later.
Yeah. I got you.
All right.
So as you guys
Bjorn.
you guys make your way out and Moon rises in social class. Thorn, you're kind of like thumbing through some paperwork during the show, and let's see if I can find something a little bit. As you're sitting there, kind of in the night, looking at sort of the some of the context here under like the magical torchlight, you notice that the light starts to dim a little bit and it flickers. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Oof.
5.
In total.
At first, you think that the light's getting dimmer, but really what you don't see is that the shadow is getting thicker and darker. It's almost like crawling towards the light is what actually makes it darker. And off to the distance, like the building next to the theater that you're kind of up against, you see sort of like right at the corner at the breaking point before it goes into the alley, you see like a cloaked, like a just like the dark silhouette of a figure. But what gets your attention to look over there is you begin to hear like these sort of faint whispers. They kind of walked past the building side to where they walk out of view. But as they do, from the faint little light that's over next to where they were, you see the shadows like of the darkness kind of like stretch and reach around the corner and extend out a little bit before they begin to retract and almost like follow the person as they walk around.
I want to follow.
Okay, how do you want to follow?
And I want to shadow step over there as close as I can get. Well, and then stealth and like just kind of try and track them.
All right, make a stealth check for me.
You want a Twinkie?
No, I don't.
18.
18.
I'll
You shadows.
remove a charge of shadow step.
Okay. You shadow step over, and you see them like continually walking like down this sort of long stretch of alley between like the rows of buildings. It doesn't. You first perceive it as walking, but then when you look closer, it kind of just looks like they're being pushed forward. Like this sort of gliding silhouette of a figure that moves farther away.
I'm gonna try and keep following.
All right. Continually move farther. Keep trailing behind. It gets to a point where it splits off to the left and right as it comes to like this building to form a T in the alley. And you notice that it just stops. As you're kind of like walking down the alley, it's not just like completely empty. There are like different containers and stuff along like the back sides of each buildings.
It doesn't turn around or anything. It just stops.
Currently, it has just stopped. And you wait for a second, and it looks like it slowly begins to turn its shoulder, like to look over its shoulder.
I'm gonna step out and let it see me on purpose.
Okay. Hello? You know. It wasn't always like this.
Like what?
Death. Destruction. Extinction.
Extinctions all my family's ever known.
I think it's time to start over. Perhaps on the same side this time. Let the past be in the past. Move forward for a better future for both of us.
Who's us? Speak clearly, you know? Very confusing, little shadow man.
I think you know who I am.
down in your heart. Search for it. You will feel it.
Does this person happen to be bandaged on every part of his body except one eye?
Do you move forward?
Yes.
As you take a step forward, make a perception check for me.
Dang it. Evan has an idea, but
Uh, give me just a second.
I like that guy's voice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Bear with me, folks. Ah. Okay. What was your perception check?
it was a 9. Yeah. But I do have, if this helps at all, with the true sight. 30 foot of true sight.
Okay.
If I get close, if I'm able to get that close.
I imagine it's like the very back of this T, and there's like a light in front, like about 5 feet. And though you can't make out anything initially, they take a step forward, and you do see some bandages, these sort of like tattered wrappings that extend down both arms, and you see some like wrapping up the face. And looks towards you as he kind of looks down at the ground himself, as you see like these sort of sprawling shadows extend out.
Yeah.
The Black Iron General was weak. We will be triumph this time.
You know, my grandpappy stopped you once. I think we can stop you again. And I will shadow step and dash, double, triple, quadruple dash really far away.
All the distance.
Yes, all of the distance away.
So you have chosen death, then.
As what you don't see, a black shadowy chain is launched as he extends his hand out and begins like following, like it's shot out towards you and begins to like move and curve almost like a homing missile towards you. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Let's see, did I upload an image? Or any of this
No.
person? I forgot.
No, no death, please. Thank you. It's too early. Too early in the game. Oh no.
Yeah, I guess I didn't upload. Okay, cool.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Next time.
Observatory. Okay, no. Okay. Nice.
I wanna.
That was intense.
That was intense.
It's real intense because I know who it is, and I was not expecting that. So
Oh, that voice
Yikes.
like really sold it.
Yeah, I'm glad I
Yeah.
picked the right one because I didn't really plan that out.
Yeah.
that's like as loud as he'll ever talk to. If you, yeah. Dang it.
Alright, should I jump back to some more little cheery music? There we go. Get
Yes.
the vibes going back up for everybody like takes off and goes to bed, and here we guys go. Let's go on a magical adventure here. Let's get that soothing feeling back up. That soft-hearted kind of enjoyment here. All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, players. Thanks for joining me tonight.
GG's.
GG. Thanks for DMing.
GG's, everyone.
Yeah.
My dog just sneezed on me.
Ew.
The real question is did you use your reaction to make an attack roll?
Oh,
Fulfilling your new title.
no.
New title unlocked.
All right. Well,
Are we rating?
yeah, might as well. We got 4 viewers.
Don't forget, guys, your blueberries.
Blueberries, yeah.
I hate it.
Who are we gonna raid? I guess Weber. He has 1 viewer.
He's on, yeah.
I guess it'd just be anybody. Yeah. He's playing some Honkai Star Rail? I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know what that
Looks like an
is.
anime game.
From the same creators of Genshin Impact,
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
but it's turn-based for attacking.
Everyone have a good night.
Alright, bye everyone.
Night, guys.
Toodles.